What is a conservatory order? And what is the importance of a conservatory order? Only the High Court of Kenya can issue conservatory orders. That's number one. Two, conservatory orders are against the government. They are not against individuals. It stops what was being done. Either government had started constructing a road, government had started constructing an Ebola facility, government had started taxing people in affordable housing. There is what government either has started or intends to start. There are two things. Government has started doing it. You can stop it. Then the conservatory order stops. Government has issued a notice to start. That notice, you get a conservatory order to stop its implementation. A conservatory order can vacate what government has gazetted. So that gazette notice can be stayed its implementation. A conservatory order is given to prevent certain harms. For example, the court gave the order to stop the construction of the Ebola facility to avoid harm to the Kenyans. A conservatory order is given for a limited time. It is not given permanently. So conservatory orders are given to allow the other party to come to court. In the Ebola matter, the Attorney General failed to come to court. Because they were served and there was evidence that they were served, the court confirmed the orders and put a date for hearing of that petition. We have seen the Ebola orders were disobeyed. The petitioners have gone to court citing the CS for health, Duale for contempt. The court punishes for contempt. And if you are found that you have contempt, the court will jail you for a civil jail for 6 months. Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer. Today we are looking at terms that are used in court that are very, very confusing. Today we want to differentiate what is a conservatory order and what is an injunction. Very many people hear that the Constitutional Court has given conservatory orders. We hear when the case of Ebola was brought into this country, we hear that the court has issued conservatory orders against the government from constructing the Ebola facility at Nanyuki. The next day you hear a judge has issued a conservatory order stopping the construction of affordable housing at Langata. Next time you hear the High Court gives conservatory order stopping this road from being constructed. What is a conservatory order? And how is it relevant? We shall be looking at the last conservatory order that was issued yesterday against the Ministry of Treasury. We are looking at case number petition E356 of 2026. That is Paul Ngweyo Kirui against the Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury. This is a decision of Justice David Mburu. What is the matter in this decision? This is a petition filed by Wakili, my good friend, Peter Wanyama. You remember Peter Wanyama contested to be the president of the Law Society of Kenya. He lost. He's a very brilliant lawyer. He went to court, and the facts of the matter were that he was challenging the unilateral decision of the minister in appointing some people without public participation. This case will not discuss it so much because it is still a matter before the court. So, in paragraph 4, Wanyama Peter is saying, therefore, while members of the public were still exercising their lawful right to participate in a recruitment process created by statute, the Cabinet Secretary for Energy and Petroleum had already purported to fill the very positions that were the subject of the ongoing recruitment process. So, what was the issue? The advocate is going to court saying a position of members has been advertised. As the recruitment is proceeding, the Minister for Energy and the Minister for Treasury appoint people and they sit into the board. He moves to court and he seeks for the following prayers. He says that the application is certified urgent. 2, that pending inter-parties hearing of the application, a conservatory order is hereby issued. A conservatory order is hereby issued, staying the implementation of the Kenya Gazette Notice number 8032 and the Kenya Gazette Notice number 8033, dated the 29th May 2026, and specifically restraining Marceline Rotich, Jane Rose Gatwiri, and Nico Chola from performing the functions of member of the Board of Directors of Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited, based on the Kenya Gazette Notice number 832 and Kenya Gazette Notice number 8033, dated the 29th May of 2029. And lastly, that pending the inter-parties hearing of this application, a conservatory order is hereby issued suspending all board resolutions made by or in the presence of Marceline Net Rotich, Jane Rose Gatwiri, and Nico Chola in the name of Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited or its board of directors from the period dated 29th May 2026 to date. These were orders signed and issued by Justice David Mburu. What is a conservatory order? And what is the importance of a conservatory order? We deal with the conservatory orders this way. Only the High Court of Kenya can issue conservatory orders. That's number 1. 2, conservatory orders are against the government. They are not against individuals. You can't differ with Vivian, who is a media personality, then go to court to get a conservatory order against a private person called Vivian. If you are suing Vivian, Omari wants to sue Vivian, then you will go to a court and ask for an injunction. An injunction is different. An injunction is between private companies. An injunction is between two people. Conservatory orders are majorly against government entities. Free. They are granted on the basis that some law, which can be a constitutional provision or which is a law, has been violated. So you go to court saying certain provisions of the law have not been followed. Free. Certain procedures provided by the Constitution or certain procedures provided by a certain law have not been followed. For example, NEMA laws, procedures have not been followed. And therefore, the government has acted outside the law. Then the judge will issue a conservatory order. Free. The conservatory order. What is the import of a conservatory order? It stops what was being done. Either government had started constructing a road, government had started constructing an Ebola facility, government had started taxing people in affordable housing. There is what government either has started or intends to start. There are two things. Government has started doing it. You can stop it. Then the conservatory order stops. Government has issued a notice to start. That notice, you get a conservatory order to stop its implementation. Like in this matter, government had put names of 3 people in the Kenya Gazette. A conservatory order was granted to Wakili Peter Wanyama to stop the implementation of that Gazette notice. 2, a conservatory order can vacate what government has gazetted. So that Gazette notice can be stayed its implementation. That decision of government can be told weka breki. Actually in Kiswahili, a conservatory order ni kusema, rafiki yangu Vivian alienda katafuta kwa Kiswahili, akaambiwa ni kuweka breki. Hold, stop, do not move further. So that is what a conservatory order is. Within a conservatory order, there are some conditions that the conservatory order can be granted. For example, a prohibition. You are being told you are prohibited. And this conservatory order can apply to the one agency or several government agencies. Government can work through agents. So you will see a conservatory order say so and so, or their agents, or their assignees, or any other person acting on their behalf. So that is a conservatory order. A conservatory order is given to prevent certain harms. For example, the court gave the order to stop the construction of the Ebola facility to avoid harm to the Kenyans. So that is the reason why the court has said, if this thing proceeds, there is likely to be harm. There were hotels being constructed within the Karura forest. There are hotels being constructed near Bomas of Kenya. That forest, for the conservatory order, is to preserve that matter that the person wants to preserve. That is why courts issue conservatory order to preserve the subject matter, that issue that was going to be destroyed. A conservatory order is given for a limited time. It is not given permanently. So the court will say, I have stopped this matter from proceeding, serve within 3 days and appear before me. For example, in this order, Peter Wanyama was told that the application, the petition, and this order be served within the next 3 days, 3 working days, and the respondents to file and serve their responses within 7 days of service, and the petitioners shall be at liberty to file a rejoinder if need be. So the conservatory orders are given for a very short time to allow the other party to be served. Then they are told, respond within this time. The petitioner, Peter Wanyama, was told, go and also, after they have served, you can respond. Another critical condition is the next hearing date. The judge must give a date when this matter will be mentioned. Order 5, that the matter shall be mentioned on the 24th of June 2026 for further directions. So the conservatory orders are to preserve that status so that they are served, they respond, they come to court within a very short time. The Ebola matter, Justice Nyaundi gave conservatory orders. It was on Friday. The orders were to be served and they were to appear in court on Tuesday. Friday, the orders were granted. Saturday was a Saturday. Sunday was a holiday. Monday was a national holiday. And they were to appear in court on Tuesday. So conservatory orders are given to allow the other party to come to court. Normally, if the government has valid reasons as to why the conservatory orders should be vacated, they file their responses. In the Ebola matter, the Attorney General failed to come to court. Because they were served and there was evidence that they were served, the court confirmed the orders and put a date for hearing of that petition. So the conservatory orders can be vacated if there is sufficient grounds that there is no reason to continue having those conservatory orders. If they are vacated, then the government will continue doing what it was doing. If they are retained, they will be confirmed and the petition shall proceed and the judgment shall be issued. Wakili Dunstan Omari now has taught you what a conservatory order means. It is a relief that is given by the High Court. Normally, conservatory orders are given in matters where government is involved. 2, you can never get a conservatory order against a government. What will be the consequences of contempt of a conservatory order? We have seen the Ebola orders were disobeyed. The petitioners have gone to court citing the CS for health, Duale, for contempt. The court punishes for contempt. And if you are found that you have contempt, the court will jail you for a civil jail for 6 months or a fine that the court will impose. Court Helicopter did an explainer of contempt of court where we found out the very many people who have been in contempt of court of orders of the court. Wakili Dunstan Omari, bringing it to you that look how the justice plays. Look, the scales of justice. The judge looks at, have you raised serious issues? They weigh, the judiciary weighs yours as a petitioner, like Peter Wanyama's, and weighs the government's decision. If the scales tilt, conservatory orders are given to where the scales are tilting. If they don't, then the scales are equal. There will be no conservatory orders that will be issued because all of them are equal. You will be told, serve, there's nothing urgent, come on this day for the matter to be argued. You got it now. Don't get confused when you hear that there are conservatory orders. And we have differentiated between conservatory orders and injunctive orders. Wakili Dunstan Omari, a pleasure holding that to you. Thank you.